Call of Duty was the most played game in the US on PS5 and Xbox Series XS for a week ending Saturday, October 11 during Black Ops 7 beta. This was quite a shock because a lot of people were saying how Call of Duty Black Ops is a flop, but we forgot about PlayStation 4, we forgot about the consoles, and we only looked at the Steam numbers which were available. Battlefield 6 debuted in terms of players at number 12 on PS5 and number 8 on Xbox 24 hours after its launch. Seems like Call of Duty is winning this battle, unfortunately, again. So while there's a lot of Steam Battlefield numbers, Battlefield's launch weekend sales beat Call of Duty Black Ops launch weekend sales in Europe. So this is across physical and digital sales. This is something I reported before, that Call of Duty isn't really hitting it much because we saw that their pre-orders were about 15,000, 20,000 in early stages. Black Ops 6 slightly had far more players online because of Xbox Game Pass Day 1. Now, I'm really worried because Xbox Game Pass just went double the price. I bet a lot of people have uninstalled this. Canceled their subscription. There is more news. Battlefield 6 has debuted at number 1 in Steam in the US, which definitely makes me think what's happening out there. And it does seem like Steam was the main factor. Now, again, is Call of Duty going to be the same? I absolutely don't think so, because what we saw for open beta, something that, that's free to play, only had about 70,000 players on Steam. A lot of people forget the Battle.net. Like, Battle.net is probably way bigger than the EA app that we are seeing, but it still shows that Battlefield 6 launch sales are bigger than Call of Duty Black Ops 6 across Europe. A lot of people are reporting this news, and yeah, it's fair to say this is only across Europe. It's definitely not across USA at this point. Battlefield 6 is also more popular in Europe than, Call of Duty in general. I just feel like a lot more people can connect with Battlefield 6, and, the servers are just amazing. Call of Duty, though, is more like a USA type game, but this is really, really fortunate here. Also, we are seeing that Battlefield 6, is way behind. It's on number 12 spot for top ranked games of weekly active users. So this is for October 11th. So what this actually means is that Call of Duty is still leading up, but there is a battle that Battlefield 6 has won. It has won on Steam. It has won in Europe across sales. It even beat Black Ops 6, even though Black Ops 6 was free on Xbox Game Pass. It's definitely, both games will probably be a success. I haven't seen Call of Duty lose money because their games cost like 500 million and they make 3 to 4 billion for a game. So they literally profit $3.5 billion. So I'm telling you, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And we're also looking at previous Call of Duty games and everything like that. So this is no small publish, like this is not a small studio like Black Ops 1, like just a small indie game that you can play. Again, these are big corps going and running around with skins, selling all these promos. Even content creators are making a lot of money from this. And yeah, Call of Duty being on number 1 spot doesn't surprise me. But GTA 6 is something that's going to blow this out of the water, right? GTA 6 is the number 1 thing that everybody's talking about. Call of Duty does have this advantage right now that no games are releasing, no like super popular games. And they still have to release on older gen consoles for this reason. The reason why they do that is because there's a lot of players still playing on PlayStation 4, especially in developing countries. A lot of people love Black Ops. It's super expensive, like 1-2 months salary to even afford a PlayStation 4. And to me, it seems awesome that you can, send your video game abroad and you have like tons of players still playing Black Ops 3. Or, when I was in Africa, there was like a PlayStation 2 with Call of Duty. I mean, that's a pretty amazing factor to see that Call of Duty is all around the world. But what do you guys personally think? With this data we have just shows you that Call of Duty is always going to be more bought and more played. Even Advanced Warfare, which was one of the worst games in 2016 for Call of Duty at least. We also saw Battlefield 1 have 4 times less the sale, and it is unfortunate. People will keep buying the game, even if streamers complain. Everyone will keep playing COD. It's just like a generation game. It's kind of like GTA even if GTA releases the worst thing ever, which I am not saying that, I think it will be one of the best things ever, they will always have loyal customer and fan base just because of the hype alone. And same with Call of Duty. You guys are not suspecting how many players just play the game and never, actually say anything in the comments because they're too busy playing. So yeah, it makes me kind of worried for Battlefield 6 for launch. I will keep you guys updated though. It does seem like Battlefield 6 is gonna have a lot of pressure as soon as the new games release. It already is dropping in player count at this point. I'm not relying too much on their Battle Royale. I feel like Warzone has done a lot of this stuff that we have been seeing. But hey, who knows? Maybe I could be really surprised. I just don't see creator portals saving Battlefield 6 anytime soon. But I also don't want to give, Battlefield 6 benefit of the doubt, basically. I wanna really let the market decide here.